like 2 degrees in the garage right now. Any chance you guys would be cool listening to the diesel heater the whole time we do this? I didn't think so. All right. What is up, Buck? I am Doug with D&E in the Garage, and after 36 years on this planet, there's very few things that I know for sure. But I'm here to tell you can count on these two indefinitely. Car nuts overpaying for nostalgia, and the Germans being a sneaky, crafty little group of people that we really need to keep our eyes on it, like all time. Now, today's story involves the Volkswagen Group, as well as the now defunct International Harvester Company. A lot of this is going to be common knowledge, so I will do my best to keep the prologue as tidy as possible. You're welcome. International Harvester was a massive American manufacturer of agricultural, construction, and consumer equipment and machinery in the 1900s. Yada yada, about 60 years of company history, and in 1960 IH endeavors to produce and sell a new farm spec street legal 4x4 vehicle dubbed the Scout. This do-all, go-everywhere runabout, likely a response to the popularity of other 4x4 vehicles like the 1955 Jeep CJ5, this light-duty so-called Scout was highly capable, available in a wide ranges of configurations, including pickup body, removable top, hard top. You get a variety of 4, 6, and 8-cylinder gasoline engines over the course of the 20-year production run, as well as 2 different Nissan diesel, though that option was significantly less popular. The sticker price in the range of $2,000, the original International Scout was a reliable option for off-road enthusiasts from 1960 to 1980, during a time when 4x4 technology went from a novelty to ubiquity in the truck community. And honestly, the International Scout helped that movement. It was there for it. It was a big part of it. Once production in Fort Wayne, Indiana ended in 1980 and International Harvester soon ceased to exist in its previous form as a company, it was expected that the Scout nameplate would be relegated to the history books. The quintessential, man, they don't build them like that anymore, an icon of an automotive landscape long gone, itself forgotten to history. Enter those sneaky Germans from the beginning of our story. In 2020, the Volkswagen Group announced that they had worked out a deal with the current holder of the rights to the Scout nameplate to purchase it. The plan? To sell off-road EV trucks to Americans in America under the very American name of Scout. Didn't I tell you those Germans were sneaky? Because honestly, I wouldn't be doing a video on the new VW EV off-roader that looks vaguely like a Rivian and a Bronco smush. Bravo, Klaus. Bravo. Anyway, flash to today, not only are we getting 2 different vehicles from the newly minted Scout automotive brand, but both vehicles come available as a battery electric vehicle or a series hybrid plug-in electric vehicle. Now, I have a bunch of videos on series hybrid technology, specifically as it relates to the Ram charger that we're getting later this year. If you're not familiar with the technology, I recommend you click the link up in the corner or down in the description. Check out those videos. I'm not gonna put everybody through another deep dive here. In short, a series hybrid is a battery electric vehicle with an onboard gasoline generator. It is what everyone seems to simultaneously be realizing is probably our best bet forward from where we stand, since battery electric vehicles are proving a logistical and financial nightmare for all but the most qualified and patient customers. Enough with the background, let us meet the Terra and the Traveler.
Some of you may be curious, where did we get Terra and Traveler? Are those some German names slapped on? No, not at all. Both of those were part of the 2020 deal where the Volkswagen Group bought the Scout name and all the names associated with it. Terra is a special trim level of the pickup version of the original Scout, and Traveler is my personal favorite version of the original Scout. It's basically a removable hardtop Scout version of the Suburban. It's pretty wild, super cool to have those 2 names carried over, more of that retro throwback.
Now, in the Terra pickup truck and Traveler SUV, we get a body-on-frame, fully electric truck boasting 1,000 horsepower from a dual-motor electric driveline. The SUV Traveler can tow 7,000 pounds, where the pickup Terra has a tow cap of 10K, equal to the current Ford and Chevy EV pickup offering, but short of Rivian's 12,000 and the incoming Ram Charger's 14,000. With off-road performance in mind, standard features include all-wheel drive, e-disco sway bars,
Beefy factory recovery points built right into the frame front and rear, clipped bumpers to preserve your approach and departure angles,
and mechanically locking differentials front and rear. Also standard is the aforementioned battery EV setup powering the dual motor driveline. This gets you a range of 350 miles, which can be extended to 500 by selecting the Harvester trim. At this trim level, you get the peace of mind and convenience of the aforementioned gasoline generator on board. As discussed with the Ram Charger, the range is kind of a useless metric with the Harvester package because as long as you do not run out of gas, you can keep the electric motor turning. A far easier task for many Americans than finding a fast charger.
Production on these vehicles is set to start in 2027 at a brand spanking new American factory in South Carolina, with the price still a little nebulous, but expected to be around $60 right now, which means by the time 2027 rolls around, base models of the Terra and the Traveler will likely be going for anywhere from $60 to $70. We can assume higher trim levels will probably take you up near 100. Now, this interior does have some unique and interesting options, including a front bench seat available, giving it possible 6-passenger capacity. When was the last time you saw a factory front bench seat? I don't know how they did this from a safety standpoint, but I am on the lookout for more information on how we managed a front bench seat in 2025. And both vehicles receive a highly stylized, very posh interior, very EV in 2025.
The makers have claimed to pay special attention to prioritizing physical buttons and switches to keep the, quote, retro feel, though I'm honestly not sure how far those efforts really take us when the overwhelming draw inside the cab is the miles-wide infotainment screen and the digital gauge cluster. But hey, a nominal attempt at retro styling is still an attempt, right? The general public must think so, because since opening pre-ordering, Scout and Volkswagen Group have logged more than 50,000 committed pre-orders for the Terra and the Traveler, and allegedly 70% of them are for the Harvester. Go figure. Who knew that people would be a fan of the common sense option? And honestly, that is why I'm excited for these trucks. EVs feel different in 2025. I don't know, did something change? You guys would have to tell me, but I'm noticing that the cognitive dissonance of watching ill-suited, underperforming EVs getting crammed down the public's throat appear to be waning. Major automakers like Ram are moving away from battery EVs. Folks are not choosing battery EVs when giving any other choice. Companies like Edison Motors and even YouTubers like The Boss Garage are working on extremely interesting series hybrid stuff in various size trucks, from pickups to semis. And now we have the Terra and the Traveler, which will undoubtedly get their series hybrid technology put through the paces by Americans eager to get a new Scout out on the trail for the first time in 45 years. So we're gonna find out. Were we right? Is series hybrid technology the answer? Does it work off-road? Does it give people the peace of mind to actually take an EV, you know, someplace other than the grocery store? All that said, and at the end of the day, it is a very good marketing strategy by VW. I previously alluded to Americans would not have been receptive to a VW offering into the now crowded off-road EV space. But a Scout? Well, Granddad had a Scout back in '72. They're bona fide. I see what you did there, Klaus, and honestly, I'm too impressed to be mad. Though honestly, I just gotta tell you, I secretly hope that Ford someday buys Unimog and turns it into like a luxury sedan brand or something. Regardless of how you feel about this vehicle or the electric technology or anything else, can we all agree we gotta keep an eye on those Germans? They're so sneaky! Christmas, they can't keep getting away with this. Anyway, what do y'all think? Are you one of those 50,000 people that pre-ordered a Terra or a Traveler? Was it the Harvester version? I need to know who is buying these trucks. Is it just Rivian guys who want a slightly different looking EV? Or are people actually jumping to electric because of how exciting stuff like this series hybrid and these retro styled vehicles are? Me, personally, I wanna know, which of these would you take if they were just handing them out? I could see myself in a range extended Traveler. Personally, I could, because nothing makes more sense to me than having the performance of an EV and the reliability and peace of mind of a gasoline generator. Leave a comment down in the squawk boxes. Let me know, what would you think? What vehicle coming in the next 5 years would you actually be interested in? Are there any at all? Or are you one of those ones that's hoarding the pre-95 vehicles for the end times? That's okay. I'm right there with you. So leave me a comment down in the squawk boxes. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Hey, go check me out on social media. DND in the Garage on Instagram. I post daily content there, as well as daily shorts on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching. Cannot wait to see y'all on the next one.